While this story might be one of the biggest reasons for invading Iraq and attempting to change it for the better, it appears that the 7-year and 5-month occupation of Iraq didn't bear as much fruit as those involved wanted. The Iraqi parliament appears ready to move on a bill called the Jafari Personal Status Law, named after a Shi'ite Imam, which would not only make it legal for girls under the age of 9 to get married, but also contains a clause that stipulates a wife has to submit to her husband's sexual demands, i.e., making marital rape legal. In addition, the despicable law allows husbands to have a polygamous marriage, sets rules for divorce which, not too surprisingly, benefit the husband, and give husbands the power to decide if they want their wife to leave the house. Shia-majority Iran has an almost exact law on their books already. A vote is likely by April 30th, the day general elections will be held. The current personal status law in Iraq is actually one of the most forward-thinking in the Arab world, with the legal age for marriage being 18, regardless of what sect or religion a girl falls into. Other current rights include a ban on forced marriages, polygamy restrictions, and rights for women in divorces. There are obvious detractors from the proposed law, some of which point out the passage of this law would further, quote, entrench Iraq's divisions, while the government claims to support equal rights for all. Others worry about the potential passage of this law leading to further curbing of women's rights. Awarding the Shiite population religious control over marriage and divorce would be a disastrous turn for Iraq. Not only has there been a rise in violence throughout Iraq since U.S. troops left, but now the country's most exploited and vulnerable population, young girls and women, face a potentially bleak future. Unfortunately, the Dark Ages are still flourishing in certain parts of the world. What exactly was the point in spending 7.5 years in that country when everything the U.S. government claimed to be fighting for is now disintegrating before their very eyes?